First off, tell us more about your firm and your role there.
So I founded Soul Equity Solutions. And what I do is I'm a professional services concierge. I work with middle market private equity firms and family offices and independent sponsors. And when they are looking for a new third-party service provider or vendor or a debt capital provider, I can assist with making those introductions.
There's two types of executive recruiters. You have the ones that work on retainer, the ones that work on contingency. Tell us what the difference is between the two.
The difference is, in the words, the retainer means that you're paying a retainer up front. You usually pay in three parts: at the beginning of the search, sometime towards the middle, and then hopefully at close upon success. A contingency recruiter, what they do is they only get paid on a success fee. So if they find somebody for you and you hire them, then that's when they get paid. I'd say in many cases, the reason that somebody might initially go with a contingency recruiter is budget, but they don't want to come out and pay for a fee before the candidate has been found. So that's usually the number one reason. But there really is a difference in the service. A retained search recruiter is really more of a consultant. They're kind of paid for the entire search process. So they're fully dedicated to finding that candidate for you. They're extremely involved every single step of the way. So it's really more of a consultative process. Retained search recruiters often will get very involved in the assessment of the candidate as well.
So Lori, tell us about fees. How much do you pay a retainer executive recruiter? You mentioned there's sort of three phases to it. And what should a private equity firm expect to pay at each stage?
Traditional retained search recruiter gets 1/3 of that candidate's guaranteed compensation. So that means 33 1/3% is the most common fee for executive recruiters. And that's normally paid what we call a third. So you're paying a third of that 33 and a third at kickoff. And then the second third at an agreed upon time. Sometimes it could be 45 days out. It could be based on the number of days you're into the search. Sometimes it could be based upon a success, such as we're now presenting you with 3 resumes and 3 candidates that we think are awesome and perfect for this job. And that's the second. And then the third is often it can be at 120 days. Doesn't even matter if that position has been filled. And then for other firms, it can be agreed upon that final fee is upon completion and success. So a full contingency recruiter is only paid on a success fee when a candidate is found and a candidate is hired. The percentage of that is traditionally going to be anywhere between 25% and 30% normally for a contingency recruiter. Occasionally, you could potentially negotiate down to 20. I would not advise it because I think that a contingency firm is going to put their energies towards those searches that are going to pay them more money at the end of the day. So if you negotiate lower, just know that you're also negotiating probably less service along with it when it comes to a contingency firm. It's probably uncommon for a contingency firm to charge the 33 1/3, the third. Normally, I think the highest contingency firm traditionally charges is 30% of the fee.